Hi, I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. So today I'm going to answer some more questions that I get asked all the time. This is my 6th Q&A video. There's 5 other ones. I'll put the links to all of those in the description where I just answer frequently asked questions. So, first question. Where do you put your dirty clothes and your dirty laundry? Okay, I'm going to explain that. I get asked this all the time. So in my opinion, it doesn't make any sense to have, this is where I keep my clean clothes, this is where I keep my dirty clothes. Because all these clothes are going to end up over here. So you've got empty space, full space, and then this space is empty, and now this is full. And then you go and do laundry, and now that's full, and that's empty. I can't afford empty space. I can't afford it. So this is how I get around that. So I keep all my clothes under my bed in packing cubes. And one of these cubbies right here in my kitchen, I keep a stack of clothes, maybe about 6 or 7 outfits. And I always work off of those outfits. And then when that starts getting low, then I go out to all my packing cubes and start unzipping things and putting new outfits together for another week, put them in that bin, okay? So now, as I use those clothes and they get dirty, I have these, this is just a packing cube that I keep all these bags in. And these are just the reusable shopping bags. I just got these on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description for them. You can get them in all different colors and they come in like a 6-pack. So I have 6 of these and I keep them right in here, okay? This holds all 6 of them, this little thing. And keep that right in here, okay? So I have some a dirty outfit for the day. I grab one of those bags, I put it in. And I keep that bag right in here. Okay, so right here, I have this little space beside the wheel well that I can keep this bag of dirty laundry. Then it starts getting too full, okay? So it's just about there. So just say the next outfit that I have is gonna fill this bag. What I do is I tie a knot in the top and I go over to where I keep my clothes. Which is right here under my bed. And there is going to be room for this. You know why I know there's going to be room for this? Because as these get big, this gets smaller, right? So every time those packing cubes have less and less clothes in them, they're taking up less and less space, then I can go like this and put this here, okay? And then when I'm ready for my next bag, there's even more space in here because I've been using these clothes. Eventually, all my clothes are going to be in these bags. And under here is going to be 6 bags stuffed with dirty laundry. And down the bottom will be my packing cubes with just a few items left. I tend to go through a lot of it before I do laundry, so that my supply of clean clothes gets very, very low. But this is how I keep dirty clothes in with my clean clothes, just keep them separate. Then I have one space for the clothes. I don't have a laundry bag. Who has room for a big hamper to keep dirty clothes in? Not me. So that's how I do my dirty clothes. Next question. How do you get electric to your tea kettle? Okay, that I did not cover that when I was talking about my electrical. I keep my tea kettle in here, okay? And I have my inverter is under my floor, okay? So if you can figure this, the inverter has 2 plugs. So one plug comes out of the inverter and it comes right here to this plug. So if you can almost consider this is plugged into the inverter, okay? So now this is my 2 plugs. Now I have a second plug in the inverter, and that plug, I have an extension cord plugged into it. And that extension cord goes across the bed. Let's see if I can show you. If you can see this wire here, I have it zip tied to the slats of the bed. This black wire, It goes all the way across the bed, and I just wanted it zip tied up here. I didn't want a loose wire hanging on all my stuff. And it comes right behind the kitchen, and it comes right in to this bin. And in that bin is the other end of the extension cord, which is this. Here's my tea kettle plugged into it, and I keep this down in here. The tea kettle is always plugged into it, and so in the morning when I'm going to make my hot morning beverage, I just take out this plate, which is plugged in. It's already plugged in. Then I put my tea kettle, and then turn my inverter on, and then I can heat my water. So this is just always plugged in just by an extension cord to the inverter. The other plug into the inverter comes into this outlet, and that's where I use that for my Instant Pot. So that's how I do that. Next question. Can you share how high your bed is? Sure. Okay. My bed looks like about 14 inches high. And I picked that height for two reasons. This is what had to work for me. This freezer had to fit under it. That was the number one priority, with a little space above it so I could slide it in and out, because this is my freezer where I make my ice for my cooler. And also, when I sat on the bed, I needed my head to not hit the ceiling. I wanted at least 3 inches. So I measured myself. When I sat down, I measured myself from the floor to the top of my head to see how much space I take when I sit, because I want to be able to sit up in bed. So I took into account the thickness of the mattress, the bed frame, and the space that I had to the ceiling. And that's how I picked the height of my bed. Next. Do you have a smoke alarm? I do not have a smoke alarm. I have a fire extinguisher, which I fortunately have not had to use yet. And I have this carbon monoxide detector, and that is working well because I test it. And also, just recently, that little annoying beeping was going on. I needed new batteries, so I put the new batteries in it, and that works just fine. A smoke alarm? I really don't see a fire happening in the middle of the night. I think if there was smoke in here, I think I'd know it right away. I think it would wake me up, because it's not like there's a fire in the other room and I need to know about it from this room. I'm going to know about it right away. I'm not going to be able to breathe. So I'm not kind of seeing the need for a smoke alarm. That's my view on it. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying that's my view on it. Next question. Where did you get those little blue cabinets from? I would love to put one in my little kitchen in my van. Okay. These blue cabinets are CD towers. Remember back in the day as CDs, when we had CD towers? You got one of these, you stood it up like this, it was tall, and you opened a little door and you could put all your CDs in it. That's what these are. I found them at a thrift store for $7 a piece. I turned them on their side, and this is where the CDs would go if they were, straight like that. And I just made my kitchen cabinets out of them. So I'm going to say, when you go to a thrift store or you're looking for cabinets for a van, unless you have a huge van that you can stand up in and you can put kind of full-size cabinets in there, this van has no place for regular depth cabinets. That's why I got CD towers. They're not very deep at all. And also this is a medicine cabinet that I use for storage as well, which also isn't very deep. I just needed cabinetry that wasn't deep. So thrift store, $7 a piece. CD towers, thrift store, $10 for this medicine cabinet. Okay, next question. What's the name of that coffee you use every morning? Okay, well, it's not coffee. I had to give up coffee. Coffee was making me a little cuckoo. I was starting to get shaky and jittery and stuttery, and it was my body telling me, it's time to get off the caffeine. It's not serving you well. When I put that out on a video one day that I was not going to be having coffee anymore, and that I was very sad. I didn't know what I was going to do. I guess I was going to start drinking tea all the time. I mean, I like tea, but I didn't want to drink tea all the time. I got all kinds of suggestions from my subscribers, and one of the suggestions I got was for Dandy Blend. I never heard of it, and I tried a lot of things that people suggested, and I just didn't love it, and I love the Dandy Blend. So this is what it is right here, Dandy Blend. It's 100% caffeine free. I find it to be an amazing replacement for coffee. If you have coffee is an option, or this, and you love coffee, chances are you're not going to love this, you're going to love the coffee. But when there's no other option, when you've made the decision that you're going to give up coffee, so it's this or nothing, this becomes lovely, and it really works well for me. The ingredients are roasted barley extracts, roasted rye extracts, roasted chicory root extracts, and roasted dandelion root extracts. Certified organic. You don't have to get it in organic. It's more expensive organic, but they sell it not organic as well. And I get it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. There's like a little health food store in the next town over. This little health foods, natural foods little shop. They do carry it, but I don't see it. Like, I don't see it at Whole Foods. I don't see it at Trader Joe's. I just don't see it anywhere. So I get it off of Amazon, and I just enjoy it every morning. Next question. I noticed you use Teflon pans. I'm really surprised because you're very health conscious. Why don't you use stainless steel? Well, guess what? I don't use Teflon pans because I don't think they're good for you. This is not a Teflon pan. It looks like it is, and things don't stick to it, but it's not Teflon. It's not stainless steel either. It's a pan that I highly recommend, because I've had a lot of non-stick pans that, you've had them for 6 months and they're not non-stick anymore. This one, it's a little pricey. Ninja makes it. It's a little on the pricey side, but you know something? I can use stainless steel utensils in it, and I don't have to worry about it ruining the pan. It's an amazing pan. I cook everything in this pan, and it is not Teflon. Next question. How do I find your Facebook page? I've looked and looked. Well, you don't have to look any further than the description of every video that I have. Go into the description and scroll down, and you'll see Lulu's Way Facebook groups. I have 4 Facebook groups. Lulu's Way Women's Meetups, Lulu's Way Healthy Food, Healthy Life, Lulu's Way Book Study Club, and Lulu's Way Daily Gratitude. You can go in and see what those groups are about. You can request to join them. Would love to have you. So that wraps up the questions for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye for now.